Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Volleyball Talk with Jacoby. Hi, long time no see. Just kidding. It's probably been about 2 weeks since I've uploaded the last episode of this. Anywho, how are y'all doing? Let me know in the comments. I'm doing good, doing pretty good. I'm on the up for sure. But anyways, happy October. What? It's crazy. I mean, it's been October for a minute now, but hey, okay. Spooky season is here, fall season is here, and I love all the decorations I see on TikTok and stuff. But let's not get too sidetracked because this is a volleyball channel. So sorry. Gotta get my show notes up. All right, first on the agenda, let's talk about the rankings. Oh yeah, that's my favorite part of every little segment I do because usually every episode I touch on rankings and all that other stuff. Why is my phone broken? Oh, there we go. Okay, at number one, we still have Pittsburgh. Yeah, honestly, guys, they're looking pretty unstoppable. I cannot lie. They're either going to fizzle out before the tournament starts, or they're going to win it all. I'm talking, they're going to make it to this. Oh, they're making it to the semifinal for sure. But I think they might actually win this year. I'm not kidding. They are so impressive. And they've absolutely steamrolled everybody they played this year. Everyone. So that's concerning for my Nebraska people because I want Nebraska to win. Anyways, and that's who's number two, Nebraska. As they should. They're balling. They're ballers. Period. I mean, I feel like Nebraska has some of the best defenders in the country. And they just have a really good overall game. So they should be number two. Penn State, number three. I've been waiting on this, baby. I've been waiting on Penn State. Okay. I absolutely love Penn State. I've really been watching them, following them for a couple years now. And I've always thought that they could really push through to the next level. And this year they definitely have done it. They've cracked the top five. And they're number three right now. So I think they're going to do really, really well. Louisville, number four. They're always, they're always in the mix. You can never count them out for real. And then honestly, I feel like 5 through 10, they always kind of stay the same. It's Stanford, Creighton, Texas, Kansas, Wisconsin, Purdue. Okay, but you know what really interests me? More like 15 through 25. Those are like the real interesting teams to me. And I know people are like, oh, no, I only watch Texas. Bro, there's so much more to volleyball, bro. Like, for example, SMU is number 15 in the country right now. SMU. They've had some really good wins this year. They're also in the ACC this year. So they're just having a lot of good W's and they're just really proving their worth and they're proving how good they are and they're honestly slept on. So I really like watching them. And then right under them we have my team. I'm just kidding. They're not my team, but I really like watching them. USC. Go Trojans, baby. They have my girl, Allie Baton-Horst. Love her. I loved her since she played on Nebraska. So, but she transferred, to USC. And Mia Tuininga, guys, if you want to be a setter, if you are a setter, go watch USC because she is one of the best setters in the country, period. And she's undersized, just for people to know that. So she is so fun to watch. So watching them together is like magical. And then let's talk about my team, Georgia Tech. Okay, I got some girls at Georgia Tech, and I love watching their style of play because they're pretty much all foreign. Their coaching staff is foreign, and the way they play is so interesting. So it's really, really cool to see different styles kind of clash against like the typical American style versus like Brazilian. It's really cool. And then creeping in at 25, we have Auburn. Okay, my home state. They lost a really big component of their offense last year to the transfer portal. She's now at Michigan State, but I think they're gonna do well in the tournament. I think they're gonna make it to the tournament. I don't think they're gonna have the run that they had last year just because they lost that firepower. But they beat a really, really good program in Kentucky, and that's why they're ranked now. So yeah, that's it for the rankings. Moving on. So I get comments a lot about how to fix your overhand serve. And that's a really good question. There's a couple ways that you can fix it quickly. Here, let me clip my mic on me so I can show you. Okay, I hope I hope the sound isn't too messed up right now. Anywho, so when you're serving, you want to make sure that your hand is nice and open. You don't want your hand to be closed, and you don't want to hit like the side of the ball like this or this. You want to hit right in the center. And honestly, a way that you can kind of line it up, if you will, is like wherever the ball inflates, that's where you want to contact. So see, there's a little hole right there for the ball to be inflated. So that's where you want to kind of aim for when you're holding out the ball to serve. You're like, okay, bam, I'm going to hit there every time. And a great way to practice getting your serve over the net, like just inside by yourself, is to practice your hand contact on the ball. So once again, I said don't hit it on the side, but right in the middle. And you want to practice high-fiving the balls. And honestly, like once you get used to it and the more you practice, you'll start hearing if your contact is good or not. Like when I hit a ball or I serve a ball, I can immediately hear if the contact was good or not. And I don't even have to be watching the person who's hitting the ball. I already know if they mishit it. So that's really important, and it's a really easy skill to learn and honestly to master by yourself if you don't have a partner to practice with or a net. Also, people tend to just focus on their arm swing for getting the ball over the net, but it's really a full body kind of experience. Like your base needs to be into it, aka your legs and your core need to be engaged, and you want to turn into the ball when you're serving. Okay, you don't want to just be like, okay, serve, boop. I mean, you can do that when you're more advanced, but when you're just starting out, you need as much power as you can. So torquing into the ball and engaging your core and using your legs to serve the ball over will really help you. I also get this next question a lot. Jacoby, I'm short. Can I still play volleyball? The answer is yes. And that's easy for me to say as a taller person, like, oh yeah, anyone can play volleyball. But because, I've never really been through that struggle. But yeah, no. I've had a lot of short teammates that were perfectly fine. I've had short teammates that were literally hitting. You know what I mean? Like it does, height really was not a factor. Like, for example, at my Division I school that I played at, we had an outside who was literally 5'6". Okay. She was tiny girl. So, but she had the vertical of a lion. Like she was insanely good, and she could also play back row. See, that's where your advantage comes in. If you're a shorter player and you're like, oh, like I want to hit, da da da, focus on your back row play as well. Because that will make you even more attractive to play 6 rotations. Because especially as an outside hitter, even a right side hitter, like it's important that you're a good hitter and a blocker, of course, so that will either be fulfilled by being tall or having a good vertical. So that's also important. So if you're kind of on the shorter side, it is important to have a good vertical. Also, attacking wise, you need to be able to move the ball around and get creative to get a kill, because you can't just go over the top of people sometimes because you're on the shorter side, which is perfectly fine, but you just have to practice different ways to get a kill, and that's perfectly fine. But an advantage that you could have over taller players is that usually those taller players are usually dedicated to just focusing on learning and practicing hitting, so they don't really get that many like back row kind of servicey repetition. So as a shorter player, your coach will probably stick you with the liberos, with the DSs, and you can get those reps in. Okay, so I feel like that's actually a huge advantage. So make sure that you're focusing on your serve and pass game and your defense, because that will honestly put you ahead of some people. I'm telling you. I also get a lot of questions about like what kind of workouts people should be doing when they're volleyball players or they're trying to be a volleyball player. The answer is build up your strength, because no one wants to be injured, and honestly, working out prevents injury. And also, you want to build up your strength because you want to be a better volleyball player. So the stronger you are, usually the more explosive you are. And also, you can probably hit the ball a little bit harder. You can jump a little bit higher if you strength train. So I really suggest that for people, mainly just for, preventing injury and also just increasing your vertical and your power when you serve/hit the ball. It's very important and very key. Like when I was at Southern Miss, before I even got there, I really didn't lift like that. Like, at all. I was very small, very skinny. Like I didn't really have any much muscle mass at all. All I had was a vertical and my technique, and that was it. But when I got to Southern Miss, girl, I feel like I turned into like the Terminator. Like I was like kind of buff. Like I was kind of shook because we lifted so much and we lifted heavy, especially during the preseason. Girl, I was jacked. I was like, wow, this is amazing. But it really helped, with strength. But it really helped with increasing my vertical and strength and all that. Like, I really felt like I was jumping higher and I was hitting the ball a lot harder because I was just stronger overall. So, yeah. But as for, like, specific workouts, I would definitely say I didn't just focus all on my legs, because I feel like that's, like, a common misconception. People think that, like, volleyball players just squat and, like, that's it. And that's not true. Squatting is important, yes, because that is a key to getting a higher vertical, sure. But you also want to work on like your calf raises and like some knee strengthening exercises, and also like your hip flexor area. That's very important to keep healthy because it's all connected, But on top of that, core is very important. I feel like people really sleep on that. Having a strong core is very important because that's really key to your balance. And being a balanced volleyball player makes you very good. So having a strong core is important. And then also your upper body, very important because your arm will fall off, okay? After 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons of playing college volleyball, yeah, your arm will fall off because of how much you're practicing, the extra reps, the games. Girl, it is hard out here, okay? My shoulder's really aching right now thinking about it. But yeah, having upper body strength is really important. So that looks like bicep curls, tricep dips, whatever you want to call them, tricep extensions. Yeah. Lat pull downs are really, really good. Yeah, honestly, just being overall in shape and fit is just the way to go. That's the answer. That was a long answer, but that's the answer. Sorry if it's getting kind of dark. The sun is going down. My bad. That's like a YouTuber Jacoby fail. Lastly, let's talk about short sleeve jerseys. Oh, I'm just kidding. Actually, what do we think about that? Comment down below if you prefer short sleeve or long sleeve jerseys. Or do you do like sleeveless with the sleeves? Like, what do you do? Because I've seen, the new trend, the new wave is to do sleeveless with the with detachable, what, with like the sleeves. It's like like the tank top with the sleeves. Not my favorite. I can't lie. I think they look great on other people, but I think if I was playing, I would feel uncomfortable. It would just feel like I had like a two-piece on. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. So I honestly prefer long sleeve jerseys. I don't like short sleeve. I just don't. It just feels like I'm wearing a t-shirt, and I don't like that. I prefer long sleeve, maybe a little form fitting on my arms, because I feel like I pass better when my arms are covered. That's probably not true. That's definitely not true, but it's all mental. So any kind of mind trick I can play with myself, I'm gonna do it. So like even when I go play beach, like with my friends, like just playing pickup, I literally wear long sleeves because I just think I pass better when I wear long sleeves. And it's not even like a competition; it's just for fun. But I'm still like, yeah, I gotta wear long sleeves. Like, hello. And honestly, I went to go play beach yesterday and I sucked. It was so bad. I always make a little blooper reel on my shorts and my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, Jacoby Clearwater. That's my TikTok if you want to see funny stuff. But yeah, I literally post bloopers all the time because that's all I have is bloopers because I suck. I'm so bad. But it's okay because we're just playing for fun, right? But yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about beach versus indoor. Ooh, 'cause I get a lot of questions about that sometimes about like, oh, like what is the recruiting process different for beach versus, indoor? And I would honestly say no. It's really not. It's all the same. But the play, girl. As an indoor player, girl, I was shook. Okay, I was shook. Playing beach, it's so hard. It's so hard. But if you're used to playing on the sand, I seriously commend you. Like beach players, shout out you because it's so hard playing 2v2 on this. Like, girl, it is so hard. Not to mention that your vertical basically gets erased in the sand. Huh. And also, it is a workout. Okay, I get slayed playing beach volleyball, but and I'm only doing it for fun. Imagine, oh my god, imagine at the D1 level, girl. Chill. Very scary. But those athletes are like insane. So that's why I honestly like watching like AVP, which is I don't know what that stands for, but it's on my ball. And like it's like the American volleyball I don't know. What's it stand for? God, fact check. I'll fact check myself and put it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, the AVP is really fun to watch. It's like the pro beach league in America. Very cool because you get to see all these really sick athletes and some of these girls I've been following since college because they played indoor and they transitioned to the beach, and same for some men's players but not more like women. But god, it is so interesting and I really admire people who play beach. It's just so different. Like the game's so different. Like you have to hit more shots, you have to be more creative. You can't just power the ball and be like bam, like you can't just hit the ball. Like you have to be creative. Like you have to move the ball around, you have to be strategic. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to learn. I play beach pretty much every week with my friend, so we're kind of a dynamic duo, if you will. We've been friends and we played together in high school club and all that stuff. So we've been friends for a very long time, probably like 9, 10 years, something like that. Whoa, I'm old. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, that's my rant about beach and indoor. I love both equally. Actually, that's not true. I love indoor more, but beach is growing on me. That's what I meant to say. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching this little video podcast. That's not really a podcast because it's really informal. But yes, thank you so much for watching. And also, thank you so much for supporting me. If you like this video and you've watched this video, make sure that you subscribe because that really helps out my channel and it really helps out just my goals. And I'm really, 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 really excited for the future of this channel. So, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.